Rock Doctor coming at you live with another volume of Must Know Rock Guitar Moves. This is volume number 52. And what's going on here, first off, is the clip at the front was Must Know Rock Guitar Moves volume 50, where I had 4 2-bar phrases in the key of E. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take those same 4 licks and I'm going to apply them to the key of A. I'm going to use the same exact licks. I'm just going to move them up the neck to the proper place. The only other difference is, and I'll explain this after the playthrough, I'm going to modify the last note to fit the chords in the new progression. And by the way, I'm using my backing track in A number 1, which on my playlist for backing tracks, if you look through it, it says it's called the Guitarist's Dream Track. And again, I didn't think of that stupid name. I was using what do you call it, an AI program that was trying to come up with really cool titles and thumbnails and descriptions. And, well, anyway, it was a big fail, but I'm not going to pull the video down. So, it was just an experiment. All right, so, without further ado, let me play these 4 licks. I'm going to go through them twice. I'll have scrolling tab here that I'll add after the fact. And then I'll discuss what is going on. But basically, you can utilize the same licks in different keys. And you don't need a lot of licks, but you need to know how to use a handful of licks effectively. And that's what my channel's about again. Flying the Piper Cub, playing the basic licks first before you ever get inside that fighter jet and start shooting the bad guys down with all your super shredding prowess. All right. Okay, here goes nothing. One more time. Yeah. There you go. Now, what the hell is going on? All right. Let's get the dry erase board out. You know, here's a little one. All right, so backing track, my backing track in A number 1 is in the key of A. And what I did there on the playthrough was I looped the first section of the backing track. And here's what we have. Okay, I've got a 2-measure chord structure here, a progression that's basically A minor to F if you strip it down. I won't go over that again. Watch some of my old videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. Well, there's a measure of A minor and a measure of F. And that repeats 3 times. And I play 3 different licks for that, and each one ends on a chord tone of F, okay? The second part, the turnaround, is a measure of E minor to a measure of G, and I have another lick there that resolves to a chord tone of G. And again, if you're not sure what a chord tone is, well, if you look at your open cowboy chords, you can, and you know your notes, you can see. So let's look at F. Safe notes to end on for F are F, A, or C. Safe notes to end on for a G chord or G, B, or D. So let's take the first section, the A minor to F section. Here are the licks one at a time. Let me get this out of the way. And again, each of these licks lasts for 2 measures. The first one was just this. Look, oh wait, pull it back. Here, here's the scales I'm playing out of. I almost forgot. Look, this is A minor pentatonic in the 12th position. Look, the A note is at the 12th fret on the A string. So there's my first point of reference, okay? All right. So let me slide it back out of the way. Here's the lick. This is what I call, in my lingo, this is essential lick number 1. It's just a whole step bend. So it's the 15th fret on the high string. I push a G note up to an A. And I think I did something like this. And I'm going to go for a lick with this long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2-measure phrase. All right, the second lick. It starts there. Let me pull it back up. I start with scale number 3 here in the 12th position, and I work my way up to scale number 2 in the 15th position. Here's this one. And again, I'm going to resolve this to an F chord tone. So here this one is. That last note, the 17th fret of the high E string, is an A note. I bent up and let it come back to resolve to the F. So here's the, here's the fingering. On the G string, I hammered from 12 to 14. Then I went next door to the B string and I hammered from 13 to 15 and slid to 17. Then, coming down the home stretch, I went to the high E string. I played 15, 17 bent, and then 17 with vibrato. So the whole thing is this. And that last note's a chord tone of F. And the count again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. There's that one. Dry erase board again. The third lick I played over the A minor to F section, I was in scale number 2 in the 15th position, and I played this. I love that note. So what the hell was that? Well, first let me just say, that last note, there's an F chord there at the end, and I pushed the 17th fret of the B string, the E note, up to an F, a half step bend. Kind of sexy. All right, here's the fingering on that. On the high string, I played, I think I pulled off from 17 to 15. Then I went over to the B string, and I played this. 17, 16, 15. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, now after that, I've got to back up, so I forgot. So, 17, 16, 15 on the B, then I hammered back to 16 and pulled off. Like this. Then I went up to the G string and hammered to 17. So now I got this. Then I finished with this. 17 on the B string, pushed up a half step. So you end up with this. And the count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, the last lick. This is the part that goes from E minor to G for a 1 measure each. I'm going to end this lick on a chord tone of G, and look where I'm at now. There's the dry erase board. I'm up with the home scale of A minor pentatonic in the 17th position. See it? Right there. Mm-hmm. Now here's the lick. Okay, here it comes. And that last note there was the B string 19. I pushed it up a half step, F sharp becoming a G. A chord tone of G. All right. What did I do there? All right. The first move. I used my middle finger again, and I played 19. I bent it up a whole step on the G string. Okay? Then, I've got my index finger barring the bottom 2 strings at 17, and I played the B string 17 and the E string 17. So you get this. After that, I went to the B string and played 20 and pulled off to 17. So now I got this. And then 2 more notes. I went to the G string and I pulled off from 19 to 17. So now I got this. And then finally, the last note, I played the 19th fret of the B string, pushed up a half step, which is a G note. And the count is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So I steered those notes at the end to fit the chords that were underneath. Very important concept. You don't just throw the lick out there and hope you land on your feet. You got to know how to stop that lick on the correct note. And again, those were the same licks that I used in Must Know Rock Guitar Moves number 50, although that one was in the key of E. This one's in the key of A. So you can use your same licks. You don't need a million licks. You just need a handful or 2 and know how to use them. All right. So that's it. It's me, the Rock Doctor. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, order me a pizza, find me a bass player. Yeah, and just have a good time and learn these licks. I love you. I'm out of here. Bye.